Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
To throw again is Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this is going to be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one. That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front, lofted it to the runner, and now not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now it's Smith. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Patterson, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. It'll be the 6'3" QB Trevor Siemian calling the shots, the former Northwestern Wildcat.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
A run for Kamara on 1st down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. To throw is Siemian. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On fourth down, the Saints bring on their new punter for 2021, Blake Gillikin. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On second down now, it's Patterson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. On third down, Ryan. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On fourth down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On second down, Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
On second down, it's Patterson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Simeon on 1st down. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it all culminates in the Saints touchdown. And how about this decision? Tie game, 1st half. But here's an onside kick. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On first and 10. It's Ryan. And the throw complete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he stays up. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Atlanta. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He's got his target, Harris. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. On first and 10, Simeon. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, Simeon. And Callaway taking it in left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, Simeon. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Kendrick Bourne, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Latavius Murray with 2 rushing touchdowns. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Ezekiel Elliott, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They start the second half with Kamara. Ooh, with a juke. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Simeon. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A 10th carry for Kamara. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, just like last play.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll try the air now with Simeon. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Simeon. And he's got it. Touch. Marquez Callaway, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Ryan. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Simeon. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
His kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Ryan. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. He's got his man Sharp complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing again, Ryan. That's complete to Sharp. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 108 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Simeon. The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Ryan. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 44, Ryan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the ground, Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.